The best managers to sign in April, almost May 2025. Now, I have several videos regarding the best managers to sign, which particular manager to sign. It's all about the tactic and proficiency. And I have several videos explaining the relationship between the players and player boost, player status, whether you want to go for a manager that has two effective tactics with high proficiency, or you want to go for a manager that has one particular tactic, high proficiency, and two booster for player stats. I personally prefer a manager that has two effective tactics where I can switch between back and forth. So I can only talk about the ones that are currently available. The one you missed out on, you can check them out on a previous video. I want to talk about the best one is available right now, starting with Gasperini. The reason why Gasperini is the best one to sign, because the best meta tactic in this game right now, the most effective tactics are really quick counter, long ball counter. And the third one, I would say position, and then out wide. Long ball, not something. And even in my opinion, position and out wide, I don't think will be effective to be the main plan, usually a plan B. And we'll talk about that in a second, unless you are extremely good. I hardly see anybody dominating on top 100 with position consistently. Rarely, sometime it happens, very rarely, but they always go back to counter in a sense. But again, if you're not a meta player, you don't have 10 hours a day to grind for a rewards ranking, just remember the fun factor in gaming. Use a tactic you like. Experiment, get out of your comfort zone. Otherwise, you get bored using the same stuff over and over. I know some of you explain yourself how you play. I play to win. Makes sense. I think we all play to win. Just a matter of some of us still remember the fun factor in gaming. So, Gasperini at the moment, I would say the best one in terms of for the meta of the game, playing directly to the final third, little dribble, one touch pass, tapping. So Gasperini comes at the top, number one. And then when it comes to Souls backing, I would say you're better off signing Mourinho. At least with Mourinho, you have two effective usable tactics. You can have your plan A, long ball counter, plan B, out wide if you play a crossing game. If you got some good crossers, and even 2 meter tall GP players will do the job for the crossing game. You don't need to have collar and so on and back and forth. So if you like to play out wide, then I would recommend Jose Mourinho than Souls backing. Reason being, because with Souls backing, am I saying his name right? Soul backing. I don't know what I get the soul from. With Solbakken, basically, yes, it has the highest proficiency. At the moment, there are two managers who's got the highest proficiency, 89, which is Solbakken and the new Johan Cruyff. Now, with him, if your second usable tactic is long ball, and your players will lose the bonus of 2+, 3+. The third usable tactic will be long ball counter, but anything below 70, you shouldn't switch to it really, unless you don't have a choice. And if you go anything below 60 proficiency, your players will lose their default rating in a sense. But again, I have several videos talking about that. However, if you only play out wide, you have this self-praising and self-satisfaction. You only want to play out wide. You don't care about the meta. Then Souls backing is your guy because the highest proficiency. Same thing with Cruyff. If you only play possession, nothing else, then you should go for Cruyff. Otherwise, you don't need to go for Cruyff, because Xavi Alonso is the better option in a sense. Or with Cruyff, you can play out wide, you can switch to it when you want to. But you're talking about two tactics that's not going to help out, especially if you're aiming to play for ranking after Division 1. Even if you're aim to be like top 1,000 in a sense. And the way ranking is work is just very time consuming. Like you could be finishing top 250, you get the same reward as rank 1. And when it comes to Inter Milan manager, obviously this is the manager with two boosters, speed and finishing. Now the boost for Simeone Inzaghi it's effective in a sense. Speed and finishing, why would you not want that? And obviously 1+, it may not be much, but as I said in a previous manager video, especially if you are a beginner, I recommend you check a playlist called Dream Team Tips. I have several videos talking about managers and explaining the proficiency, the booster, the players, the status, everything in a sense. So with him, obviously, if you only play quick counter, no other tactics, then I would recommend Simeone Inzaghi in a sense. If you're losing, the opponent's time wasting, there won't be much harm if you occasionally need to switch to quick counter, even though you lose player overall rating in a sense, because 78 is low in this, at this point is low in my opinion. Anything below 85, 84 is too low in my opinion. And the next one, obviously we have Mario, Vincent Kompany. Again, if you want to play position, you better off go for Cruyff. And if you want to play position with a second effective tactic, like there's no point for you to give Vincent Kompany over Cruyff, unless you want to get these players, of course. So there are different versions of packs. The manager who has 2 boost, they will come with a bunch of players most of the time. And the managers who has 2 high proficiency tactic, they stand alone in a sense. So if your main tactic is quick counter and position, I think Xavi Alonso is your guy. You dominate with quick counter, you want to manage the game, switch to position, both works. You want to take your time. So Alonso, if you only play quick counter, if you like to play high press in football, I recommend Xavi Alonso. And obviously squad builder matters, your player selection matters, the formation you pick matters, understanding advanced instructions matters. You can't just use a 4-4-2, 4-2-1-3, 2 attack and fullback. No, that's not gonna work. But I have several videos regarding squad build and the most effective formations. Again, is on that playlist, Dream Team Tips. And we spoke about Mourinho. So in terms of the high rated managers from those 3, obviously Gasperini comes first, and then Xavi Alonso comes second, and then Mourinho in a sense. And if you have all these 3, if you have Gasperini, and if you have Alonso, and if you have Mourinho, that means you have manager for all top 3 effective tactics, from quick counter, long ball counter, position, and out wide. So you have 4 different tactics. You're not going to get bored of switching from them. But ideally, you want to switch to a plan. Most people, including myself, we get bored of using the same stuff. But then again, practicing with the same stuff, you create an automation in your pattern of play, and you improve better in a way. So ideally, you want to stick to a plan. But that's my opinion regarding the managers. Just want to update you guys. I haven't made a video about managers in a while. If you have any question, comment down below. Tag me on Twitter, join our live stream on Twitch, and join our Discord. We post a lot of information on a daily basis, which pack is coming next, etc., player training, and we have a lot of top tier players in our Discord as well. Majority we're like experimental. We like to have fun. We like to try different stuff, but we also have very exploity, sweaty players on Discord too. So you might learn a thing or two. Appreciate your support. Till next time. Ciao for now.